Coming up next on the spot, we hope you're in the mood for some good old-fashioned sword swinging because we've got Skyrim and War of the Roses. And just to add some diversity, we'll throw in some superheroes with the new Lightning Strikes add-on to DC Universe Online and shoot dudes in the face with Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We're live and on the spot.
Did you buy that? Hey, welcome to On the Spot, everybody. We're live here in the GameSpot studios. I'm your host, Chris Waters, joined by Marco Georgievich, who, as you can see, has a keyboard and mouse in front of him. And as I can see, a gun in his hand, and he's running through a very dusty-looking area. Marco,
yes.
What do you got, buddy?
We are playing CSGO, the beta, the closed beta that just opened up a couple of days ago.
Cool. Counter-Strike time, because it's one of the most popular shooters on PC ever.
Yeah,
and,
I would say so.
Yeah, and it's coming back.
Yes.
We've got Global Offensive?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yep, that's what it's called.
And so this is the beta. We have scored our little closed invite to it, and you've been playing a little bit. You got some knowledge for us.
I'll try my best. I'm not going to make any promises.
That's cool. Well, you're spectating now, and tell us what the beta entails. Like, is it just this one map?
It's just this one map. It's the dust map that everyone knows. You're limited to the amount of weapons you have on hand, like that you can buy. So, yeah, as you can see, there's some spots that are, not available yet. So it's very much a beta where they're only letting us play a little, a couple of things here and there.
Sure, but you had some variety there with the guns, the M4, and then something that looked like a longer-barreled sniper rifle.
Yep, but both sides, both the terrorists and the counter-terrorists have, a fair amount of weapons early on, but it's not the full arsenal that will be available once the game hits stores.
Sure. Oh, come on, get him. You got it. Uh-oh.
Aw.
All right, so not too good. That's clearly a human player, but before we were in a match, there was a bunch of bots.
Yes.
So this Counter-Strike Go is going to have bots to fill out multiplayer maps. Can we extrapolate that? Or
I'm going to assume that's going to be the case. I think more because this is a beta, so they're not sure how many people are going to be playing on it at a given time.
Sure.
To make sure that it's always 5v5, they have bots involved. Because as we're playing, it'll say on the bottom, bot has been kicked out to allow in for a new test.
Oh, okay. And so we've got people coming in there, not too good. This is sort of the end of match accolades that Counter-Strike deals out.
Yep.
And you went with the M4 last time. Why don't you mix it up?
Yeah, I'm
You're going for the longer barrel? Nice.
Yep.
You're way ahead of me.
So I'll try to camp, which everyone loves.
Set up a tent. Get your little stove fire going. That'll be good. Folks, if you're hearing strange noises from the side of the stage, we've got Sean McInnes and Tom McShay waiting in the wings for some trivia contest stuff that I've cooked up for them a little later in the show. But now we've got a question coming in from the chat room. As of course, we are live and taking your questions. The question, Marco, is how does the game feel compared to the previous Counter-Strikes? Do you feel like it takes more bullets to kill someone? You've been putting bullets into dudes from time to time, and they don't seem to go down too quick.
Yeah, they're not going down. Maybe that's just my own skill or lack thereof.
Okay, possible.
But it's pretty easy to get into. It's easy to grasp. I think anyone who's played Counter-Strike or any first-person shooter on a PC will be able to get in and feel right at home.
Sure. And I mean, are you dying? You seem to be dying pretty quickly. This isn't you're not a bullet sponge.
No, you're not.
Because you're wearing a...
Well, that was one of the things that people loved about Counter-Strike was the fact that one hit, you're essentially dead. Like, you can buy a shield and then it'll help you for a little bit, but essentially you get hit once, you're dead. As it should be.
You played some Counter-Strike back in the day?
Oh, yes. I remembered once I was back in the old country in Yugoslavia, and with some friends, we were at this essentially an internet cafe till like 6 in the morning, just playing Counter-Strike.
That sounds like a good time.
It was very fun. I miss those days.
Cool. Well, maybe those days will come back. I mean, you won't be in Yugoslavia, but
no,
even if you went to that region of the world. But Counter-Strike, obviously a huge name in online shooter gaming. So are they doing anything sort of coming back that's that of this sort of a recognition of the, booming popularity of online first-person shooters?
Well, first off, this one will be released on both PS3 and Xbox Live later on. So they're focusing on the popularity of console shooters.
Sure.
Definitely.
Now you said Xbox Live. Is it going to be a retail release?
No,
or
it'll be a digital download.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I remember them telling us at PAX a few months ago.
You got to check it out at PAX?
Yes. There we played on the 360 version. They had it all set up. It was nice.
Right on, right on. bot Eric had an accuracy of 77%. You know, that's good for a bot, right?
Yes.
It's nicely calibrated so that it's not too much, but still you don't feel like you have to carry all the weight.
Well, before the show, I was playing, and human players were only getting like 22% accuracy, so
So maybe
I think
actually
it's
it is
still a
a
little
little
unfair, yeah.
Now, is this a reimagining of that Dust classic map here? Is it or similar?
As far as I can
layout?
tell, it feels the same way, it looks the same way. Okay, it doesn't look graphically the same way, but in terms of the way it's set up, it feels the exact same, like as it was 10 years ago.
So you're recognizing corridors
Yeah.
and turns and stuff like that. Is it coming back to you in that sort of muscle memory kind of way that games can?
To a degree, yes. It took me a few years, like it's been a few years since I played the original Counter-Strike. I kind of lost a little interest here and there, but oh, getting stuck. As you can see, it is a beta, and it looks like we just froze. Oh, there we go.
You just had to jump out of the freeze spot.
Yeah, I guess
Apparently
so.
that worked.
Free zone.
It looks like we've got some of our fellow UK folks over across the pond watching, and Danny O'Dwyer wants to know about auto aim.
There is absolutely no auto aim right now. At least I can't tell.
I know
Like-
that will disappoint Danny because he needs all the help he can get, and like he really appreciates when there are reticles that's like snap to target and stuff like that. He really likes that sort of new school of shooter action.
Yeah, well, I think I wouldn't be surprised if for the console versions they will have some sort of aim assist, but for PC players they're not going to do that.
Yeah, I think most console shooters tend to do that because of the motion of the reticle and the precision of the analog stick. Even if you don't think, I mean, you can turn it off, but even if you don't think it's there, I think they tend to do a little bit of it. To tell you the truth, I am not super scholarly in the realm of auto aim, but yes, Counter-Strike definitely being tailored to be an old school shooter fans playground. Ooh, there's a bad guy. Uh-oh. Oh man. They're gonna light you up in the chat room for that one, Marco. Come on, get him. Oh, that was not your best work.
embarrassing.
Let's say that's not your best work.
That was very embarrassing.
Here to comment on how you just did is guest commentator and high chair sitter, Sean McInnes.
Sorry, what?
Hey, Sean.
Oh no, I'm just watching.
You're just gonna watch?
Just watching
You don't want
Counter-Strike.
to add anything to the proceedings?
I'm just watching.
Okay.
You don't wanna give color
we'll
commentary?
We'll
Come on.
chat with you later. I guess you just loom, and be jealous that we're sitting in bright red furniture.
Just chilling. Don't mind me. I
about
don't want to like bother you guys.
Okay, I appreciate that. How about a little ADS? Can you aim down the sights there, maybe? A little
Yeah, I'll
more
try
accurate?
better.
Let's see if we can do that. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like this map has definitely filled out with other human players.
Yeah, now it has gone a much better response.
All right, question from Limac coming in from the chat room, asking about cross-platform play between the PS3 and the PC.
I don't think Valve has announced anything in that regard. I think that's something they're still going to keep quiet. But considering how they did that for Portal 2, it would make sense for them to do the exact same thing for this one. There is that partnership that.
So they
Valve-
have that established, right? That Steam PS3 connection.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if for Portal 2, when you're doing the cooperative stuff there, you need to be precise, but you don't need to be landing headshots in a split second or else you're going to die. Do you think, it'd be interesting to see if they can, if they make it, if the connection is such that they're confident that like it has that split second accuracy between PS3 players and PC players.
I think Valve is a company that knows what they're doing in that regard. I think that's why this game, since they haven't really announced the date, that's something they're working on. So they'll figure a way of making sure that it's balanced in some sort of capacity.
I like that hypothesis.
That's my job.
Hypothesizing about video game companies.
Yeah.
True enough. All right, so did you play this map when you saw it at PAX?
I believe so. I did a lot of things at PAX, so I'm trying to remember. That was 5 months ago, but I'm pretty certain it was.
Was it that long? Time flies.
Yeah, beginning of September. Actually, end of August.
Okay, that's a little less than 5 months, but that's all right. You're playing Counter-Strike. Math is not your main priority here, except for when you're purchasing stuff. How's your budget?
I've got $2,200 left.
All right. Molotov, yes.
Why not?
Yes, please. I would like to see that in action.
Look at those rag physics. Rag is just
So you're going to light and then throw,
Yeah.
as opposed to the carry around a lit Molotov cocktail animation we've seen in other shooters. I think personally the light then throw would be my strategic choice.
Oh, now it's
Okay,
not.
now you're lit.
Let's see if it'll do anything. No.
That was a good bank, though.
That's some good area denial.
Hey,
right
my
there.
team won, and I didn't die, so I'm considering that a victory.
Oh, count it. Absolutely. It looks like that cheeky Irishman Danny O'Dwyer's got some more questions for you. What is the main difference between Counter-Strike Global Offensive Go? That's Counter-Strike Go sounds so silly to say.
No, it's CS:GO. It sounds awesome.
I like what you came up with a second ago. Global onslaught.
Global Onslaught?
Yeah. Global onslaught.
It just makes me think of Gogurt to say
Gogurt.
CS:GO. All right, so CS:GO and CS
Counter-Strike
Source.
Gogurt.
Source is still Counter-Strike Source is still a game widely played.
Yes.
What kind of differences are we looking at between this game and that one?
To be honest, I can't really answer that because this is just a beta, so there's a lot of things that are removed, which I don't know if it's on purpose that they've removed it, or it's something that they're going to release over time. From what I read on this morning on the Counter-Strike website, a lot of things have been purposely removed, which they'll slowly implement into the beta over time. And since this has only been out for a couple of days, it's going to be a couple of days. Even we're going to have to wait and see.
They're going to keep adding stuff as they sort of, test what they're showing out there and what have you.
Like this is for them. This is seriously a true beta where they're not trying to show off the game before it releases. They're using this to see bugs, to figure out bugs, and all sorts of other things. Because right now you can even go through your own teammates. Like there's no collision detection in that regard.
Oh, okay. So in terms of this is a beta. It's a closed beta, as you mentioned.
Yes.
If folks out there are chomping at the bit to get in, is there an open beta on the horizon or anything announced like that?
Not that I saw. Again, when I checked this morning, they didn't make any announcement on that. I think it's going to be a closed beta, and they'll invite people on a need to invite basis as they want to get do more stress testing.
Okay. Looks like Squall in the chat room is looking for a comparison to more recently released shooters. So Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3 come to mind as sort of comparable. Do you have any sort of perspective on how this feels a little different to you?
I would say it's a little bit more realistic. It doesn't, unlike Battlefield 3 where you've got, artillery, you've got, tanks, jets, mortar shells and all that. This doesn't have that. This is strictly, 5 counter-terrorists against 5 terrorists.
Certainly from a scope perspective, in terms of the size and the population, it's more Modern Warfare.
Yes, I would say so. It's also smaller maps, smaller maps, smaller groups. Right now we're only doing 5v5, so you've got 10 guys on the map, and the rounds go quick, because essentially you get shot twice, you're dead, as I've clearly demonstrated time and time again with my inability to kill foes.
Oh, bad guys.
He died, but I don't know if I killed him. I don't think I did.
That's all right. You
That's my guy.
freed it up for your teammate to kill him, Distracted him. Oh, he's jumping. You need to reload. Oh gosh, he's doing it right in the corridor. Oh no. Yes!
Yeah, I killed a man. Woohoo! And I helped us win the round.
Excellent. Victory is yours.
I think I should leave on a high
Marco.
note now.
I think that's good. Yeah, let's end it on a high note. Counter-Strike Go, Marco Georgievich, thanks for pointing that out. Sean, we're going to get you off of this ridiculous chair and onto the
don't
big
mind
red
me.
couch.
I'm just watching the show.
Okay, great. That's great. When we come back, I'm going to put these guys to the test. We're going to get Tom McShay out here as well. But first, we're going to head over to a starting block for Skyrim. Justin Porter chimed in the last On the Spot with some how to get various weapons that were pretty gnarly and involved some dark sacrifices. This time around, it's Daedric armor. So let's take a look at that before I slap
Just
Sean.
watching the show.
Hey everyone, this is Justin Porter, back to give you more tips on where to find Daedric artifacts in Skyrim. This time around we'll be focusing on the stuff that goes between you and the pointy end of things. First up is the Mask of Clavicus Vile. This is a heavy armor headpiece. The enchantments on this mask give the player 20% better prices, plus 10 speech, and your magicka regenerates 5% faster. The Mask of Clavicus Vile can be obtained on the quest A Daedra's Best Friend. Players will need to be at least level 10 in order to acquire this quest. Apparently, this talking dog Barbas had a little tiff with his master Clavicus Vile,
Got into an argument and it got rather heated.
and Clavicus agreed to take Barbas back if he retrieves the Rueful Axe. First, find Barbas the dog near Falkreath. Follow Barbas to the Shrine of Clavicus Vile, located in Haymar's Shame. Along the way, Barbas will need you to kill the enemies that piss him off. But if you don't feel like following him all the way, you can go to Haymar's Shame directly. Once you talk to the shrine, Clavicus Vile will instruct you to get the Rueful Axe, located in Rhymerock Burrow.
There's an axe. An incredibly powerful axe. As I recall, it's resting in Rhymerock Burrow. Barbas can lead you right to it.
Enter Rhymerock Burrow from the top, kill all the enemies, and retrieve the axe. Return to the Shrine of Clavicus Vile, where you'll be asked to kill Barbas.
I could be persuaded to let you keep it, but only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that.
At this point, if you choose not to kill Barbas, you'll receive the Mask of Clavicus Vile. Next up is the Savior's Hide. While wearing it, players will gain 15 magic and 50 poison resistance. Savior's Hide is the reward for completing the quest Ill Met by Moonlight. You start this quest by speaking to Sinding, a prisoner in the Falkreath barracks. He tells you a rare animal needs to be killed to appease Hircine, the Prince of the Hunt.
Seek out the beast. He wanders these woods. Bring him down and the Lord of the Hunt should smile on you.
Sinding gives you the Cursed Ring of Hircine that will make you randomly transform into a werewolf. After that, Sinding escapes. Once you kill this rare animal, its spirit will appear to you, and through it, Hircine will speak. He'll command you to go to the place where Sinding has fled, and instruct you to kill him to gain his favor.
Tear the skin from his body and make it an offering to me.
Once you've arrived, you'll meet some hunters who are horribly outmatched by the werewolf Sinding. Team up with the hunters to kill Sinding, and Hircine reappears to award you the Savior's Hide.
My glory shall protect you from all this world's grievances.
Lastly, the Ebony Mail is one of the most powerful cuirasses in the game. The cuirass is a heavy armor piece with a base defense of 46. It grants the wearer the Muffle effect, and deals 5 poison damage per second to any enemies nearby. You can get the Ebony Mail after completing the Daedric quest, Boethia's Calling. You'll need to be at least level 30 to go on this quest. First, find the Cult of Boethia at the Sikellum of Boethia. Next, lead someone to become trapped by the shrine and kill them. Speak to Boethia's Conduit.
So perhaps you are not entirely useless. We shall soon find out.
And kill the other cultists. You'll speak to Boethia's Conduit again, and will be instructed to kill everyone at Knife Point Ridge.
Kill every single member of his band. Do so as silently and invisibly as you can.
Once you're done killing your way through everyone Boethia doesn't fancy, you can retrieve and equip the Ebony Mail.
Please don't do that. You may keep my Ebony Mail, a token of my appreciation to my new champion.
Well, that's it. Tune in next time when we help you find more oddities in the land of Skyrim.
All right, we are back, and the couch is crowded, possibly to the breaking point. I don't know if it's going to hold up for the whole show, but let me introduce our guests. Marco Georgievich, you, of course, already know. Tom McShay sitting in the middle there. How's it going, Tom?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Cool. Sean, you're sitting now on the red couch,
I am,
as promised.
Apparently, that's not like a good place to sit to watch the show, so they forced me to be on the show.
Yes, we got you on here, and apparently your little antics have garnered some requests from the chat room.
Yeah, no, I've got a few requests from audience members I posted in the comments.
Is one of them, like, ostentatiously show off your iPhone? Check.
Check. Conra51 asks, he has DC Universe Online and his trophies are not showing up on his PSN account. If I know something about it, can I please talk about that? Well, I talked about it, but I don't know anything about that.
Has he just not
So
synced
if
his
you work
trophies?
for PlayStation Online,
That's a company.
if you work on DC Universe Online, hey, help out Conra51. He's got some problems with your game.
Or Conra, go check out Sony Online Entertainment and ask for support on their site, because they will probably be better able to help you than Sean. All right, I've called you gentlemen on here because I wanted to test your knowledge of GameSpot. This week, we've posted a lot of content, of course. We normally like to highlight some of it on the show for you folks. But, you know, as an editor, you can get caught up in your own stuff. I'd like to see how much you guys know about what's going on around you, what your coworkers are doing. So the first question is about...
Tom McShay killed a man this week.
fun fact.
I mean,
You read my blog.
I do. Yeah, that's
Tom,
a great Tumblr.
Care to elaborate or just send people to your blog?
Just go to my blog.
Okay, it's all
Yeah.
explained
Pictures
there.
there.
Question number 1, and if you know the answer, you can just say it. We don't have buzzers here.
Okay.
On this week's Video Hotspot, host Tom Magrino forgot to hit the video record button for the first 8 minutes of the show. Shortly after the video began, a handsomely crafted title card appeared with a succinct one-word reaction to his mistake. What did it say?
Oops.
No.
Balls.
Nope.
Dang.
It was not vulgar, but also maybe not something you would say to somebody who is super sensitive about
Nards?
slightly scandalous words.
Was it Nards?
No, you're getting too creative.
Okay.
Is it retarded?
No, not at all.
Dag nabbit.
The answer is crap, just like you guys are at answering trivia questions. So you were on this podcast, Sean,
I was on the podcast.
credited as an appreciator of fine things.
Which is true.
How'd you get that title?
I don't know. Having like really good taste.
Tom made that up, didn't he? Just like when he
That's
was
actually
here
on my business card.
late night.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. Well, since you were on that, for no reason at all, you can't answer this next one. This is all about you two answering because it involves you.
Oh, cool.
Sean, you and I were having a conversation, had a miscommunication earlier this week. I thought you were saying I need a color printer, but you were really expressing your need for...
Killing a bear.
I didn't even have to read the multiple choice questions. Tom McShay.
There's multiple choice questions.
Yes. I thought it was going to be too hard, but you have a great memory.
That was an easy one.
Why did you have to kill a bear?
Because I was playing Skyrim and there were no bears around.
But you needed to kill a
I
bear.
needed to kill a bear.
Just had a hankering?
Yeah. Probably other reasons.
There is another reason.
There is another.
And we're going to toss to it right now.
Okay, yeah.
You want to give him a little intro?
Yep.
There's
Oh, do you
That's the
want?
intro.
Should I?
You, yes.
Oh, and then
You
I
wanna do
should, because I want to.
Sean, go ahead and give them a little intro.
All right, I don't know which of these cameras I'm looking at, so I'm just gonna stare up. Check out my Skyrim Griefer's Guide. The first thing they teach you in griefing school is that single-player RPGs are every bit as ripe for griefing as an online shooter. And no game proves this point better than Skyrim. Why is that? Well, because you interact with people. Lots and lots of people. And all those conversations and exchanges make for excellent griefing opportunities.
I'm spoken for, so don't get any ideas.
While some internet videos may tell you that running around naked is the best way to grief people in a video game, that isn't always the case. Sometimes wearing a loincloth alongside a Nordic warrior helmet works even better. In fact, it makes even the most mundane, everyday activities that much funnier. Things like, I don't know, setting the table for dinner, or carrying on a conversation with your friendly neighborhood Jarl. You know, stuff like that.
You have my attention.
But some of the best targets for griefing are merchants. Sure, you can use your speech skill to get lower prices, but it's even more entertaining to try intimidating them by first knocking everything they own off the counter to let them know that you've got the upper hand in this business arrangement. Better yet, slap them around with their own wares. Let them know that you mean business. You may not save any money, but at least you'll have shown them who's boss. Specifically by throwing everything they own into a fire. That's like saving money, right?
My papa says I'm gregarious.
Of course, there's no rule that says you can't be a friendly griefer. Say you've just walked in on a public execution, and you feel like everyone standing around could use a little cheering up. What better way to do that than by grabbing the beheaded body and carrying it around like a friendly puppet?
Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm Hrogvir. I just got my head chopped off, but that's okay. I didn't need it anyways. Will you be my friend?
See? The depressed townsfolk are instantly cheered up. Then again, you can feel free to take the completely opposite approach in public gatherings. Maybe you've happened upon a town festival and everyone standing around looks like they're having a little too much fun. Well, in that case, just transform into a horrifying werewolf and give them all a good reason to never attend another festival ever again. Alright, you know, that's probably enough werewolfing. That's really quite enough. Alright, you know what? No more werewolfing. No more werewolfing. Switching gears, don't be afraid to bring your griefing exploits inside the home. Griefing your loved ones is often the best way to refine your techniques. If you've got a spouse, they're probably so bored hanging around the house all day long that they'll just be dying to play a game with you. Maybe a game called Find All the Places in the House where you've just hidden raw fish. See that? Isolde here just loves that game. It's one of her favorites after Why Does My Husband Always Insist on Doing the Cooking? Or Who is this strange woman my husband always returns home with? Speaking of companions, these loyal friends also make great fodder for griefing. They'll do pretty much whatever you want. Seriously, like whatever you want. Hey Stenvar, I need you to go kill that giant and his 2 mammoths. No, there's no time to explain, just do it. Yeesh. Poor Stenvar. At least he died doing what he loved, like getting brutally murdered by an angry giant. Now, the most important thing to keep in mind is that Skyrim is a huge game, just massive, so the potential for griefing is really only limited to your own imagination. It can be as simple as playing a friendly game of tag with the local children where instead of tagging them, you launch fire spells at their faces. Or it can be as elaborate as luring a dragon across half of Tamriel just to play a practical joke on a fortress full of bandits. It's really up to you, so what are you waiting for? Get out there and start griefing.
That's delightful. That is great work, Sean.
Skyrim for you.
That's good work.
Yep.
I think my favorite was hide the salmon.
Hide the raw fish in the house?
Hide the raw fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have any favorite moments from that one?
The beheading.
The beheading.
And then just walking around with the body.
He put his hand on his.
Yeah, he was patting his head.
It's okay. Yeah, it's a gesture of affection
Right,
from
exactly.
a decapitated corpse.
Like you do.
Yikes. All right. Next question in terms of know your GameSpot here. In a video review comments this week, user Felipe_K3 chimed in with, "Why GameSpot? Why?" Name that game.
Mario Kart 7.
Nailed it. Marco, go to work. Tom?
Why, Tom? Why?
I don't know what to say about that.
Other comments include, everyone but Kevin needs to go away. Should be 11, frowny face. And Mario, is too old to handle online. I like the last hypothesis that Mario, because he's so old, just doesn't get down with this whole online thingy. So Mario Kart 7 is out this week. Kind of makes me want to buy a 3DS because we had a lot of fun playing in the office. I had to borrow Marco's. Thank you, Marco.
No
problem. Mario Kart 7, one of the many reviews on GameSpot this week. Tom, you are a reviews editor, like myself, and therefore very familiar with all the reviews that went up on the site. So this one's for Sean and Marco.
All right.
You're going to name any review you can think of this week, taking turns, starting with Marco.
I have to remove myself because I reviewed a game yesterday.
You reviewed one game. You can say it because it counts. But Tom, you're going to set the arbitrary time limit. Tell us when it's over. Marco, start.
Okay, other than the game that I've reviewed, Sims 3 Pets.
Sims 3 Pets. Okay, Sean.
Might and Magic numbered version.
Maybe.
All
Marco.
right.
Mario Kart 7.
Okay, Sean.
Arkham City PC?
Yes, Sean. Marco.
Infinity Blade 2.
Okay.
Did he already say Infinity Blade 2?
Marco, you got another one for the win?
Oh gosh.
You can cement the win here.
Can I pick my own game?
What's Kevin
Corpse Party?
reviewing?
Give me partial credit.
Partial credit.
No, 0 credit.
Sean, you can save
Corpse
yourself.
Party.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a tie of shame. I think, are we still going, Tom? Or, yeah, we're done. Marco wins. All right, folks, while we get prepped for the next little bit here, we're going to send you to a preview for War of the Roses and check out what medieval combat's looking like these days.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ryan McDonald here, and I am standing by with Mark Dvalin, who is executive producer at Fat Shark. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Pleasure to be here.
It's thanks for coming all this way. You're straight out of Sweden, right?
Yeah, Stockholm.
Excellent. Now, long trip, but you have made it worthwhile by bringing along some information and new stuff on War of the Roses. You want to tell the folks at home what it's all about?
Yeah, it's basically a multiplayer game. We have a single player campaign, but the multiplayer focus. It's a competitive multiplayer game in the medieval England. You can play as a light squire, or you can play as a full knight. It's all about team-based combat, and we want to make an accessible game in the style of the modern shooters, but in a medieval setting.
I
basically.
gotcha. So for those of us that are stuck on playing Call of Duty, this is one to look at because it's kind of a similar setup to what we're used to, except medieval times.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the point. That's correct analysis. Because we were also I think there was some article on the web that said like, why aren't anybody doing this in the medieval setting? And we were like, we had just started and we felt like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. And I mean, it's great fun. It's a challenge to do the melee part of it, but it's great fun.
Now, for me, it's like looking at some of the screenshots that we're seeing right now. Obviously, it brings back fond memories of Defender of the Crown and some of the fun stuff that we played over the years that kind of touch on this era. Now, are we? So we got some sword singing, we got some bows and arrows and horses and all kinds of fun stuff.
I mean, we want to bring all the kind of things that were in that era, and it's good. We have the War of the Roses. It's actually a certain amount of years that's to play with, and we can look at what we're actually in the time period. So we have like. We also have a bit of it's really early in terms of using gunpowder weapon as well. So we will have a little bit element of that. They're really non like precise, but could be fun to play with as an alternative. But
now you guys are talking to us early about this one.
Yeah.
Because you want people to know about it and put in some information on it. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. That's true. I mean, and it's a great. I mean, we want to build the community and we want to listen to the community as well as this game. But the main thing here with the War of the Roses is to make a great multiplayer experience. Yeah.
Now, one of the things I want you to talk about before you get out of here, Mark, is like the whole persistence. It's not just jumping in and getting your match in and out. You've got a whole system built up, correct? That's
correct. We want to have a more persistence thing, so you unlock stuff. You unlock new maybe skills, or you unlock skins, and so you can vary the way you look with your character. As it's a multiplayer competitive game, we don't want to mess too much with like stats and stuff like that. So it's more of a visual thing, but also some new features. More like we want to broaden the experience, so you can pick. I mean, if you haven't leveled up your character, you can pick from broader variety of weapons and armors, of course.
Excellent. So folks can look for more on it in early 2012.
Yeah, exactly. We will try to be upcoming with updates all the time now. From now on, we'll see more of the game next year.
Excellent. Awesome, Mark. Thank you so much for coming by and showing us.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael London's not a dude. Sorry, we are guessing about the movie War of the Roses, which none of us really knows anything about, except that Sean said it probably came out in the 80s.
It was the 80s. I think Michael Douglas and maybe like...
a lady.
I don't know.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn, I want to say?
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was Michael London. I think
Michael
it's Michael London.
I think it's Mike London.
Mike London.
Yeah. The guy who founded London. In the 1930s?
Yeah, he is a very long-lived individual.
Mike London?
So continuing on the theme of medieval combat from the War of the Roses interview we just saw, GS user Recan Kid posted a blog speculating about a hypothetical new entry in a famous series.
Okay.
He was hoping that it would be set in, or he or she, I don't actually know, would be hoping it would be set in ancient Egypt or medieval China. Name the series.
Assassin's Creed.
Call of Duty.
Tom wins. Tom wins that one. He drew from a survey that apparently also included Victorian England, the American Revolution, and feudal Japan. So given those choices, where do you want to see the next Assassin's Creed game?
Victorian England sounds pretty interesting.
I feel like that would be kind of similar like to the Renaissance era. You're in these big urban environments.
It would be like the final unpublished Dickens novel that never was released.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we dealing with Dickensian orphans?
Young Jiminy London joins the Assassin's Guild to pay for his mother's foot surgery.
Because poor Ma can't walk a lick.
Because poor
that's
Ma
how they talk in London.
can't walk a queen's yard.
Yes, okay. Victorian England, and you guys, Assassin's Creed, future dream scenarios?
Does it have to be one of those options?
Nope, I don't care.
The Kremlin around the change of the Russian Revolution.
The Russian Revolution?
Yes.
Ooh. Nice.
Maybe
Menshevik.
Rasputin could be a boss battle.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or, like he's the Leonardo da Vinci, and you hang out with Rasputin just like all the time.
Yeah.
Because you guys are bros.
Yeah.
All right, up next we have a demo coming up for DC Universe Online Lightning Strikes, which features the Flash and is pretty cool. We had yesterday, Jens Anderson came in from Sony Online Entertainment to show off the next DLC for DC Universe Online. We checked out Green Lantern at Comic-Con, and now it's Flash, it's electric powers, and we're going to watch it right now. All right, folks, I am here with Jens Anderson from Sony Online Entertainment, and we're talking DC Universe Online. Jens, welcome to the set. Glad to have you here.
Good to be back.
It's great to see you. Last we talked was Comic-Con. We talked a lot about the Green Lantern.
Fight for the light. Yep.
But now we've got a new superhero on the scene for DCUO.
Absolutely, The Flash. We're doing our new DLC. It's the second DLC for DC Universe Online. It's called Lightning Strikes, and it features The Flash as our main character. Also Professor Zoom, who's one of his big nemesis. If you're a villain, you'll be hobnobbing with him. So I'm a hero right now. I'm inside Central City here. It's a new type of zone for us. It's not really a full city like Metropolis and Gotham, but 50 players are going to be able to join each other in here and adventure with The Flash or Professor Zoom, depending on if they're a villain or a hero.
Okay.
And so here we are, Central City. You can see there's a crisis kind of going on here. There's ruptures tearing in the Speed Force, which is what gives Flash his powers. And all these things called Paradox Reapers are coming out. And we'll talk about those when we show you the duo later, where you get to go back in time and experience Barry Allen's origin. So like I said, we're in the Flash Museum. It's a special portion of the Flash Museum, not open to the public, right?
Yeah, this doesn't look like the kind of place you wander around with the kids.
Absolutely not. What they keep down here is this thing called the Cosmic Treadmill, and here it is. So this is actually a device that the Flash uses to travel through to different dimensions and time and space and things like that.
As you do.
We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. What we're going to need to do here and what we're going to find out is that somebody's trying to mess with Flash's timeline. In fact, somebody's trying to mess with the histories of very key villains and heroes in the DC Universe. And this is our first adventure that really touches on that. So you can see the Flash here gets on the Cosmic Treadmill, opens up a rip into the Speed Force, and we're going to actually go through it here. And here we are inside the Speed Force now. This is a sort of a scene in the Speed Force. We're in between two realities here. You can see Flash kind of powering this up here, but I better get away because we're going to start seeing the tunnel closing. You can see a paradox wave back there. Now what I have to do is get through with my buddy. This is normally a duo, but because I have special dev powers, I'm doing it by myself.
You're managing the weight that two heroes normally carry.
Yes, I can do what two people normally do. So you're going to need to defeat these Paradox Reapers and get through the Speed Force before this tunnel closes up behind you.
The tunnel is slowly advancing on you, and
exactly.
if you get caught in that, it's probably not going to be good. So you're fighting through this tunnel, but this is just the very beginning stage of this duo.
Correct. This is just the first part. And what we're going to do here is we're going to enter now into the Central City here. So here we are in the past. We've gone through the Speed Force. We're now in the past in Central City Police Station on the night that Barry Allen is going to get his powers when he's struck by that infamous lightning bolt. But there's something going on here. You can see these guys seem like they're kind of charmed. Somebody's sort of, holding sway over them.
Look a little confused.
They do, and they've got these musical notes going around their head. Basically, Pied Piper, one of Flash's rogues, has been hired to come back in time and undo Flash's origin. So here we have the Pied Piper. He's gonna have a little trouble with me because I'm a healer. So he's gonna have trouble keeping my health down. Pied Piper's kind of cool. He'll hit you with his flute. He'll zap out kind of cool little tunes and things like that. You got to be really careful. This is one of the things that I actually can't get around because I'm playing by myself here. Normally, my buddy would have to interrupt Pied Piper to get me out of this state, or I'm going to take a lot of damage. But being by myself, I don't have somebody to do that. Here we go.
It is called a duo after all.
It is a duo, yes. So don't expect to come in here by yourself and defeat the Pied Piper. So
you are no Jens Anderson.
I'm going to activate a healing power here. I'm getting charmed a little bit. So this is the healing power. You see they're blue. And so what's neat about electricity is that it's reactive healing. It's rescue healing, basically. So you can put a charge on one of your friends, and when they actually get down to 40% health or 30% health, it'll automatically activate and kick in the healing power.
That is
so it's
super
kind of
helpful.
like preventative healing in the sense that you want to think ahead. Is my tank going to take a lot of damage now? Maybe I'll lay this charge on him, and when the mob hits him too hard or the enemy hits him too hard, he'll immediately go into this really cool heal mode that's automatically in the fire off.
Now we're seeing the Pied Piper in action, but you mentioned that the Rogues Gallery for the Flash is pretty robust.
It is. So if you want, I'll go ahead and fast forward to the final fight here, which is against another one of the rogues called Abracadabra. So here we are with Abracadabra. One of the cool things about the duo is you'll notice these prototype riot bots. We tried to layer in so many hidden things in the Central City Police Station. You're going to be able to do some really neat things with finding like secret security panels and things like that. You're going to be able to turn off security cameras, disable checkpoints. Basically trying to really determine the difficulty that you're going to have in the level itself by choosing if you want to kind of make it hard mode or not.
So you can take the time to go out of your way to take a little more stealthy approach.
Find some of the secret things. There's actually these computer consoles that sort of hold all the programming for these prototype riot bots, and if you destroy them all as you're going through the instance in the duo, you won't have to face these guys when you're fighting Abracadabra at the end, because you will have disabled them.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
once you find them and you know where they are, then players will have an advantage in this fight. There we go, some healing. Like I said, blue electricity powers are healing, and yellow is damage. So you really can tell what's going on when you're fighting.
Yeah, really stark visual indicator. Oh, and there
so he just transformed into a steel golem. He's going to have different powers than he would if he transformed into ice. He also transforms into a demon. Looks a lot like a minotaur. It's got horns and wings and things like that, and these deadly claws. It's a little more melee oriented.
It's like a whole bunch of boss fights in one.
Absolutely. So what we'll do here is we'll fast forward a little bit so I can show you sort of the climax of the fight here. Once you beat Abracadabra. Whoa, let's get out of the way of that.
Oh gosh,
so good. That does not look good, and I can't get away. And then he'll go back to his normal self here.
It's tiring being.
Oh, there's the demon, actually. Yep, there's the demon form. So he'll go through a bunch of different phases, and these phases are different each time you face him as well. We wanted to make sure there was a lot of variety in here for players when they were doing this week after week.
That is one gnarly looking demon.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. All right, so let me take him down real quick here. So here you can see now, after you defeated Abracadabra, you're going to get treated to seeing Barry's origin. And as you may know, he got hit by a lightning bolt, bathed by a bunch of chemicals, and then he got his superpowers here. And because, we're going back in time, we kind of have this old-timey feel of post-process, and you'll notice some of the dialogue in here has a very old-timey quality to it. Jeepers, all those kind of old-school golden age things, because we did go back a bit here into the history. So
great, Jens. Well, what I love to see with you guys is just how much reverence you have for the heroes, and how the Flash DLC now is delving more into origins and that stuff. That,
absolutely.
I feel like that for me, that's the most intriguing part of superheroes is how they get their start. How are they forged?
Well, I think that it's also one of the most intriguing things about DC Universe Online as a property. You're going to see characters and places come to life in this game over the years that you're never going to really see anywhere else, or you may, but I mean, who's going to make a Pied Piper game? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, but here we are. We have, Pied Piper. We've added all these new bounties into the DLC with the top. The Trickster is in there. You've got Abracadabra, Captain Boomerang. Flash has one of the greatest rogues galleries ever, and we really brought them to bear. And then on the villain side, you're going to be fighting the Titans and bounties. We've added Cyborg, Starfire, Nightwing, Kid Flash, who's Bart Allen. Static is a great character that fans have been just begging us to put into the game. It's from that TV show Static Shock. And was created by Dwayne McDuffie, who passed away this year, unfortunately. But so we wanted to get that into the game, not only as a tribute, because fans have been really asking for it. So,
and what better place?
And what better place than actually an electric DLC? Yeah,
very cool.
Strikes.
Now, folks, we're going to have a few more demos of the bounties Jens was just talking about. You're going to be able to find those right on the DC Universe Online page here on GameSpot. But right now, we're going to wrap up this demo with Jens telling us when folks can download Lightning Strikes.
Tuesday, December 6th, you'll be able to get your hands on Lightning Strikes. And you're going to be getting the Central City instance, which is for up to 50 players to enjoy on daily quests. You'll get all the bounties in the open world. There's some open world Speed Force content as well in Gotham and Metropolis. You're going to be getting electricity powers. There's these new things called spark weapons, which are weapons that actually proc when you're using them. They activate special powers and power interactions just through using them. And we've got some great new styles as well, inspired by Black Lightning and Professor Zoom. So there's a lot of stuff for you guys to get into in here in DLC 2.
Coming your way on Tuesday. It's just around the corner.
That's right.
Jens, thank you so much for coming by and showing it off. Much appreciated.
All right.
Do they have short arms? No, I think my legs are longer than a Velociraptor's.
Yeah. Dream on, buddy.
I don't know. I'm a tall guy. All right, so that bounties clip that I mentioned at the end of that demo is totally live now. So after the show, check it out. It's just got like boom, 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 one after another, villains, heroes. Jens giving you a quick look at fighting all those guys, and that is pretty entertaining. Now, since Marco and Tom are kicking your butt, Sean, we're going to take one of them out of the running.
All right.
And this one's just going to be for you and Tom.
All right. Let's
try to get a point. Mark, because this is about a preview Marco wrote.
Okay.
In this preview, he wrote delightedly about watching the protagonist fire a gun. What was it about this action that amused Marco so? It's multiple choice.
Okay.
Thank you. I learned my lesson.
Did you just give a guess, or did you know?
Let it see.
definitely
A,
C.
It's usually C.
the gun was a small woodland creature.
Okay.
That's the stranger's.
Nope.
B,
That's
Stranger's
ridiculous.
B, it involved an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine.
That's no.
C,
Literally
can you wait
impossible.
till the end, please,
Okay.
to comment? Thank you. C, the protagonist's arm was not attached to his body.
Okay.
That one sounds good.
C.
Did you write about that the Dead Again
Never
game?
Dead.
Never Dead good?
It was
Never
C.
Dead is the game, so you're guessing C?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Wait,
All
no,
right.
Tom didn't.
You
I
get-
did. I guess
was just-
I also knew the name of the game. I just
No,
said Dead Again.
No, I get like all the points.
Okay,
Tom
I'll
should
make a
probably
note
get
of that.
negative points.
Negative.
Here we go. All
Because
the
he
points.
guessed C,
Is
but
there
he
a
was thinking
game-
of a different game.
Is there a game that incorporates B? Because A is Stranger's Wrath. What is B?
An elaborate Rube Goldberg machine?
The
Is there a
Incredible
game that has
Machine.
that? With a gun?
Yeah, but you don't kill people.
You could
in
put
it.
a gun at the end of your Incredible Machine, and then you
Yeah,
would
Saw,
fire
there you
it
go,
at
Marco.
like
It's
a
probably-
I
basketball.
wouldn't be surprised if there was something in Saw like that.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
tell
like
me you
Rube
never
Goldberg
played
in
the
torture
Incredible
porn.
Machine and set up elaborate like
Yes.
saw traps.
Oh, I
and
popped some
pretended that the
balloons.
basketball was like.
This was pre-Saw. Are you saying you premeditated
I did.
that popular
Me
horror
playing the
franchise
Incredible
in
Machine,
the Incredible Machine?
was the precursor to the Saw franchise.
Okay, fair point. So the game is Never Dead,
Yeah.
which apparently allows you to dismember yourself in order to use your limbs to attack enemies. So you can,
Yes.
your arm can shoot.
Yes, if it has a gun hand on it.
If it has a gun in it, your head can be used to attack as well. And in our retro bonus question of the day, what Sega Genesis platformer did you also use your dismembered head to attack enemies?
Undead Fred. No, that's like a movie.
It
What is
does
that
rhyme
called?
though. Not
Yeah, I know
Undead
it
Fred.
does.
Is it Deadhead Fred?
No, it does not involve Fred.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. You took off your pumpkin head and
what
like
is-
smack people with
There
it.
might be a game like that.
Actually,
It's not the one I'm thinking of.
I actually know the name.
Is it multiple choice?
No. The answer is Decap Attack.
Ah, jeez.
You all lose.
I'm fairly certain you made up that
No,
game.
I
sounds
know
made
that
up.
game.
Google it. Not right
Nope.
now. Actually,
You know I use Dogpile.
You could dogpile it during the news. Tom Magrino's got the latest for us. Roll it.
Welcome to your GameSpot news update for Thursday, December 1st. Tom Magrino here to provide you with a look at the very best in news for the week without a crazy British accent. Okay, indulge me here for a second. I'm just going to read something. South Park is definitely one of those games that is bound to come up when you start thinking about the worst game you've ever played. Now, that's from a review GameSpot published in 1999, and it can pretty much be inserted into any of the reviews for acclaimed South Park games. But I don't know, that was a decade ago. Maybe it's time to, turn the page, Can we do that? Can we maybe be a bit positive when we hear that THQ is publishing a new, full-scale South Park RPG for the 360, PS3, and PC? And maybe we can actually get a little excited when we find out that Obsidian Entertainment, maker of RPGs like Fallout New Vegas, Neverwinter Nights 2, and KOTOR 2, is developing, and Trey Parker and Matt Stone are writing the script, performing the dialogue, and overseeing development? I don't know. It's up to you guys. 2012, look for it then. Double Six's South Park Let's Go Tower Defense play was not half bad. That's all I'm saying. And while we're on the topic of RPGs, let's talk about CD Projekt Red's Witcher 2. For those of you who legally bought this game, a game, I might add, that is widely regarded to be one of the best to come out this year, good on you. For those of you who pirated The Witcher 2, if you're out there thinking, I'm just one dude not paying for this game, no big deal, plenty of other folks are paying, consider this. The Witcher 2 sold about 1 million copies. The Witcher 2 was pirated more than 4.5 million times. And that's actually just a conservative estimate by CD Projekt. The real figure, according to company CEO Marcin Iwinski, is likely much worse. CD Projekt, of course, has championed releasing games DRM-free. As they say, it invariably only ends up punishing legitimate customers. I don't know. Okay, that does it for today. For more on these stories and other news headlines, head on over to news.gamespot.com.
Dudes, South Park game. What?
Yeah, right?
That's a thing now. What do you think about that?
I'm more excited about it now that I heard that Trey Parker and Matt Stone are directly involved with it, as opposed to those Nintendo 64 travesties, which were just like an Acclaim cash-in at its finest.
Like, check it out, it's a kart racer.
Yeah.
We
Enjoy.
don't have those on the N64 already. Play ours.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, next trivia question. I'm getting down to it here. I've got like 2 more. With Sean swinging to get all the points, Tom and Marco, you guys have some catching up to do, so let's go. Fuse user, retro gamer Joey, was getting ready to celebrate his 4-year anniversary with his girlfriend.
Ooh.
And was excited to find a cosplay outfit under the bed.
4 years is the cosplay anniversary.
What famous gaming icon's wardrobe did he discover?
Oh, that is a tough one.
Let's go. Throw them out here.
Mario and Luigi?
Link.
Mario and Luigi. Link? No.
Sonic.
No. This, no.
Sonic.
No.
That was a big
Is it
insult.
cosplay for him or him and his girl?
I would hazard a guess that it is something that his girlfriend would wear. And it would be a special occasion.
Samus.
Okay. No. But you're getting warmer.
Dracula from Castlevania.
Colder. Okay. Not a vampire pun. Actually colder.
Is it a Nintendo property?
Negative.
Okay, good.
Come on.
Lara Croft.
There you go!
Hey!
Way to
All
go,
the points.
Sean.
I just won all the points.
Which
All right.
was just one.
Here
one
we go.
point.
All the points
Another
that were
one.
readily available within that 30-second window of time.
You guys can make up some points if you name the other two gaming character statues that we have in the office in addition to Lara Croft and Zombie Kratos Claus.
We have the Brotherhood from Fallout.
Right, full name?
The Brotherhood guy from Fallout.
All right.
Brotherhood of Steel brother.
Brotherhood of Steel, yes, all right, Tom, yeah.
We have Kratos.
Prince of Persia.
Zombie Kratos.
Prince of Persia, that counts. And so does Brotherhood. You guys get 2 points, good work.
What
Does
about
Kratos-
the,
Everyone
what
gets a
about
point
the,
that time
the gnome
around.
who poops gold?
I wouldn't say it's a full, well, I guess it is a life-size statue. The Bling Gnome.
Gnomes are generally only yay tall.
That's true,
Yeah.
and it does have a gold coin clutched between its plastic buttocks. That thing is super unpleasant. I think I haven't seen it around in a while.
I don't know.
blissfully.
I think I hid it somewhere.
Did we hide it? Good.
I put it in the Nintendo cabinet for a while, so that when you opened up the Wii cabinet, you would be greeted with sadness. And a gnome who poops gold.
And yeah, that gnome. Maybe we'll bring it on if you guys are lucky and clamor in the comments too much. Before we get to our last tape segment of the day, it's our second to last tape segment of the day. Digital downloads. What's new this week for you to bring into your house over the internet in exchange for internet dollars?
What's up, GameSpotters? This is Aaron Sampson bringing you a list of top digital downloads this week on Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and Wii Shop channel. New this week on Wii Shop, if you're looking to amaze grandma this winter holiday, try Christmas Puzzle for 500 Wii points. It's like the kind they used to make out of dead trees, but on your television, and with some kind of plot. For added motivation, tell everyone in the room that the TV can't be used for anything else until the puzzles are solved. On XBL and PSN, still in the family getting together theme, it's Seen It Movie Night for $9.99 or 800 Microsoft points. Why entertain your guests when old movie trivia can do it for you? The competitive title involves 14 games to pit your movie knowledge against 3 other players, who I'm sorry to say is probably going to have a couple of years of knowledge on you. No Bogart questions. No Bogart questions. After that, for nostalgia's sake, we have Voltron, Defender of the Universe, also for $9.99 or 800 Microsoft points. Take control of your favorite Robo-Lion dude, who's actually 4/5 dude and about 1/5 lion lady, and do battle with classic villains from the TV show. The game features co-op for up to 5 people and does not require you to shout to your friends, "Form feet and legs, form arms and body, and I'll form the head like a boss." Curious? There's a demo on PSN. Old but newly available this week on PSN, we have some Sly Coopers, including Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2 Band of Thieves, and Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. $9.99 each, or you can purchase them all in the Sly Collection Bundle for $29.99. Next on PSN is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for $39.99. I'm gonna go ahead and venture a guess that either you've played this 9.0 scoring title that redefined the genre, or you don't much like shooters, and Angry Birds Season's Halloween is probably more your style. Lastly on PSN this week is The Blob 2 for $19.99. Some people just want to paint the town red. Well, add purple, yellow, and blue, and you've got The Blob 2. We scored the title of 7.0, and it's sure as heck better than getting a real-life misdemeanor for vandalism. Yeah, vandalism. On XBL this fine week, get dirty with MX vs. ATV Alive for $19.99. This is the 5th iteration of the MX vs. ATV franchise, and as promised, involves bikes and quads, and only bikes and quads. This title is a bit ambitious with the Alive part, really being a 6.5 fair experience, but we did enjoy aggressively competitive racing, great track designs, and loads of rider and vehicle customization. Up next, make things in the dirt go boom with Apache Air Assault for $49.99. Control a variety of lethal Apache attack helicopters, alone or in co-op, and rain down destruction in some of the world's most volatile war zones. It's always got to be a war zone. We rated the title a good 7.5 and enjoyed both the arcadey training mode and the far more challenging realistic mode. Speaking of not realistic, up next is James Bond 007 Bloodstone for $49.99. This is the one with the whales in the fish tank. Battle through Athens, Istanbul, Monaco, and Bangkok while taking on car and boat chases, using gadgets, going stealth, and laying down fisticuffs on your foes. We scored the title a 7.5 for, among other things, having some well-crafted and exciting action sequences, but Bloodstone also delivered an inconsistent experience that managed to bring the excitement to a slow crawl at times. Lastly this week, chew bamboo and kick some tail with Kung Fu Panda 2 for $39.99. On second thought, I'd just chew bamboo. It'll give you more satisfaction than this 3.5 scoring title. Skipping new DLC this week, not much there. In game trailers, on PSN, we've got behind the scenes footage for BioShock Infinite. Warning scenes are a little bit disturbing and emotional. And on XBL, check out an extended DMC, aka Devil May Cry video. That's all the time we have. Join us next week for our top picks of digital downloads.
And we're back, and I'm happy to say that thanks to the attentions of Giancarlo Varanini, we have another guest on the show today. That's right, the Bling Gnome has come. Apparently he dug it up. Here it is in all of its Bling Gnome glory. Yes, that is the aforementioned gold coin with a tattoo that says, I can't read that. Can you check that out, Marco?
Carl.
Can you
Carl,
just look
it's good. I can see
Are
it.
you sure?
I'm
Show the front.
Okay.
Show the front.
And then up front, can we go back to Bling Gnome Cam, please? He has like his horrible blinged out grill. Look
Yeah.
at those little chiclet teeth.
Right.
Gross. You don't
His
want
hand-
either side.
Also,
looking
his
at you.
hand awkwardly placed.
It's hiding his shame.
His
Well,
hand is
is
keeping
it
it
hiding
decent.
his shame, or
He's got
is he
knuckles that say gnome on them in
cupping
case he
his shame?
forgets, because he tends to be forgetful. And we'll just
He's cupping his
we'll
shame.
just leave him there. Ooh, now we're getting some nice reflection. Delightful. Yep. Oh, glad you guys mentioned the Bling Gnome.
He's still there.
Yep, we'll just be there.
Oh,
Boom.
great.
Stop offering.
That's fine.
He's a gnome. He's magical.
Floating gnome.
All right, our trivia contest is coming to a close, and the next trivia we do is going to be for the users, and we're going to give them
so
stuff.
we shouldn't answer those ones.
But first, I'm going to give the last question. There's a three-way tie, maybe. My tabulations have not been exact
So
at this
bad at
point.
math.
So here we go. GameSpot Australia's own Dan Capini spent some time waxing poetic about fighting game backgrounds in a Stage Secrets video. Highlights included a billboard with Yoshinoro Ono dressed in green, a Jurassic Park project backed by Shadaloo, and some property destruction by Metro City Mayor Mike Hagar. Name the game featured.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Incorrect.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Also incorrect. No, just one game. All these different backgrounds.
Tekken 2.
Nope, but you're kind of closer than Tom was.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
think
makes
I
more
won.
sense.
I think I won.
Mike Hagar.
You guys want to save it? There's the Robo bonus round question. A mecha version of a famous Street Fighter character appears free falling through the sky and then cavorting with a GLaDOS lookalike in one of those backgrounds. Name the character.
Blanca.
No.
Zangief.
Yes!
There you go.
Guessed it on the second try. Nice work. All right.
Not true, because he's already a robot in
Zangief?
regular version.
As regular Zangief
Secretly,
is a robot.
yeah. I mean, it's hinted. It's kind of like a Street Fighter subtext, where they didn't they never really tell you that Zangief is a cyborg.
It's just it's assumed.
It's
He
implied.
has blood on his
implied.
chest from wrestling bears.
Yeah.
It's all just a
Robot
clever
blood.
ruse? Or is it bear blood?
It's bear
It's
blood.
not his
I think
blood.
it's
He's
human
so
blood.
strong that when the bear goes like this, the bear bleeds on his chest from its tender bear fingers.
Tender bear fingers. It's a charming image. All right, in our last video of the day, we are talking about the Umlaut event and the Child's Play charity. You guys know what Child's Play charity is, right?
Yes.
Who's going to give me a quick description for bonus points?
Child's Play Charity is a charity started by Penny Arcade, where every holiday season they encourage people to donate money and toys and games to children's hospitals to help sick children pass the time more entertained and happily.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Sean. So Umlaut is an event that's coming up in San Francisco. We've got a quick look at it, and I'll give you the details afterwards. Keep an eye out so that you can know when to tune in to watch the live stream on GameSpot, how you can donate to Child's Play through this event, and how you can get to go to this event if you're in the Bay Area. Let's take a look. So obviously, if you're in San Francisco, totally go to that event. Your entrance fee will be a donation to Child's Play in some respect. I'm not exactly sure about that. But those bands that play, they're playing Rock Band up on the stage, but as you can see, they don't mess around. They get up there to show and perform, and they're buying stage time and donating that money to Child's Play. GameSpot's going to be streaming the whole event, too, for those of you who can't get there. So tune in after On the Spot next week. It's going to start airing at 6:30, and it's going to go like 8 hours long or something. It goes till 2 a.m. We'll be there live streaming the whole thing. We'll have a donate link so you can contribute while you watch. And you might even get to see Tom McShay and the Bling Gnomes perform the entire Pearl Jam 10 album, which are you guys going to pull that off maybe this year?
The remastered 10, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key distinction.
Well, yeah.
All right. The Bling Gnomes.
He's just
We came before that thing.
Yeah,
we're still in a contract or a legal dispute.
I can see why.
Yes.
All right, folks. Now, if you want to win something for your trivia answers, as opposed to these guys who aren't getting anything, or maybe they will. I'll think about it. We've got some trivia questions to give away. Ask and then give away trivia prizes. The first prize we're going to give away is 1,000 battle funds in Battlefield Heroes. You can use this resource in the game to unlock all sorts of stuff. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 codes to give away if you can answer this question. What city in Sweden is Battlefield developer DICE based in? As always, send us your answers to onthespot@gamespot.com. And include, well, this one they'll just send it to you right now, so you don't need your address for this. For the next one, you will need to include your address. These prizes are from the Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion prize pack. Includes 1 copy of the game for PS3, a lunchbox, 2 signed lithographs, and 15 posters. We're going to be divvying those up amongst all the correct question answerers. And the question is this: what is the name of Flapjack's lovable whale? Do you guys have any idea who Flapjack is?
Maple syrup.
Okay, that's a good guess. Anyone?
Is it the whale?
Okay.
That was going to be my answer.
Well, none of those answers are correct, so hopefully you users can do a better job than these guys. All right.
So it's not a whale who owns a pet whale? Because that would be cool.
A whale that owns a pet? Do you mean like just a mother and a baby whale?
No, Chris, that's not what a pet is.
A pet's not a baby.
No. Well, I mean, unless you I don't know, adopt it at the pound.
Still not a pet. Still not a pet.
We can argue the semantics of pet and baby later, but it's time to announce that, according to my calculation, Sean has all the points plus 2. Tom has 2 checks and 3 slashes. Marco has 2 checks and 1 slash. So Tom probably wins today's challenge, and
I think Sean won. I'm pretty sure Sean won.
T-shirt.
Oh, Tom wins. Yeah. Tom wins. Tom wins.
Fight amongst yourselves /Tom for that. Or if you're in the chat room and you want this T-shirt, you can send a PM to Tom. He's Tom McShay. That's his username, and I'll totally make him send it to you.
Yeah,
if you send him that message. And that brings our show to a close, pretty much. We've only got 2 more episodes of On the Spot this month, but we've got a lot more prizes to give away. Next week is the Ultimate Driving Extravaganza Awesome Bundle, as I just titled it right now. But it's Forza 4, a Forza 4 branded Xbox 360, and a racing wheel.
What?
All to one lucky winner, and then a lot more prizes to come. And we're also doing this month-long thing for U.S. residents called Loot Drop. Have you guys checked this out?
Yes, I did.
Marco, what's Loot Drop? My throat's getting sore.
So for the next 30 days from now until the end of the month, every day people can win stuff from GameSpot.com.
There you have it.
What can they win?
All sorts of stuff. Today it's an Xbox 360 bundle. That's Halo Reach bundle with the Anniversary Edition. Tomorrow I think it's an Xperia Play phone.
Wow.
And then
what about December 13th?
I don't know. It's you gotta stay tuned.
We haven't revealed them all yet.
You win that dead guy that Tom McShay brought into the office on Monday.
We gotta let him age a little bit. We gotta let it.
Yeah, the smell needs to ferment a little bit.
Tom has this whole process. You could be the beneficiary of it.
I'm gonna get arrested when I leave this set.
And we are all your accomplices. Delightful. So, tune in next week for On the Spot, folks. And until then, these guys, Sean, Tom, Marco, thanks for joining me. Much appreciated. Thanks to all the guys back there who make the show happen, and thanks to you for watching. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.